If this was Sydney, there's no way in the world that these houses would be like this.
They say we're going to live in a lucky country. I beg to differ. Walls or holes, things falling, coming down. We just make do with what we've got.
This is Annabelle Dargan's home of almost 20 years.
Nothing, see?
The house is in a state of disrepair. Most rooms don't have electricity, cables are exposed, and for 9 months, the 78-year-old had to wash from a bucket because she didn't have hot water.
This is my bathtub. All it was. I used to wash my hair first.
Despite multiple requests to fix the hot water since December, a family friend ended up paying for the repairs just last month. But the toilet and shower still leak constantly.
I just need someone to say, look, Anna, we come to do your house. That's going to be joy for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like $1 million for me.
Next door, the neighbour's ceiling is covered in black mould and a burst pipe has caused sewage to leak throughout the house. Dozens of homes are in similar condition.
We've got our elders, who are in their 70s and 80s that are living in houses with black mould where the roofs are peeling off, the walls have deteriorated. These are elders who are on age pensions and whatnot, so they don't have extensive amounts of funds to put into their own houses, which is a landlord's obligation anyway, and it should be taken care of. And so it begs the question of why these things have never been addressed.
The houses are managed by the Condobolin Local Aboriginal Land Council. The organisation has twice gone into administration, first in 2005 after it failed to provide financial statements or adopt an annual budget, and again 2 years ago after writing off more than $150,000 in debts. Under fresh leadership, the Land Council came out of administration in July and issued eviction notices to at least 18 households.
These are people who've lived their entire lives here, they were born and raised here, particularly elders in the community, for them to then be, getting kicked out of their homes. Where are they supposed to go?
Land Council representatives declined an on-camera interview. In a statement, the Land Council told 7:30 the new board inherited a range of issues. Rent hadn't been paid for years, leases had expired and properties were run down amidst ongoing community disputes. They say if debts had continued to mount, the organisation may have been dissolved and multiple families may have become homeless.
Who's going to pay for something like this run-down house? Do me house up, I said I'll pay me rent. Simple.
Kiralee Dargan spent much of her childhood at the Willow Bend Aboriginal Mission. It was set up during an era of segregation when laws governed the lives of Aboriginal people and often prohibited them from living in towns.
And so something that was supposed to, be a place of hardship became a place of beauty, and it's something that we've cherished for a very long time in our families, and it's not something that we'll let go easy.
She returned home to advocate for a handful of tenants facing eviction. One of them is Nikita Atkinson, who moved into her home on the mission 2 years ago under an informal agreement, just before the Land Council went into administration.
It was just all dirt on the outside, rubbish galore. Inside, it was filthy. The floors, they're wooden floors in the lounge room hallway. Me and my partner got on our hands and knees and sanded it back and varnished it, to come up to a bit of standard for me and my family.
After renovating the property, she made multiple attempts to negotiate a lease before being served an eviction notice.
And it hurts because this is our land, and this is all we got.
Talks are now underway to negotiate new leases after some tenants took their case to the state's Civil and Administrative Tribunal. It's hoped that tenancy agreements will be reached in the coming weeks, but disputes remain over rental payments, with the Land Council requesting up to $240 a week for properties like this one.
People have had enough. They've had enough being let down. They've gone under the radar of the system for so long. There are things that they're not going to be quiet on anymore.
The Land Council says repair and maintenance work is underway with $1.5 million in state funding, and it hopes to secure millions more for a statewide infrastructure program, which gives communities the option to subdivide land and set up a rent-to-buy scheme. The board says it hasn't agreed to sell any land, and such decisions would need the backing of Land Council members. But the community is rattled.
They're going to have to kill me before they even think of doing anything like that. Like, this is land that my generations and generations of my family have lived and grown on and taken care of.
I would like to see our community come back together, you know. Our house is comfortable, livable. Everybody would be happy to pay rent. And have, you know, our old homes here fixed up, restored for when people come back home.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.